note the trend here. 0 days exploded in 2021, and 2020 and 2021 were historical years for us all, right? So there is definitely a correlation there. And really, what it comes down to is this first bullet, larger attack surface. Well, why do we think there's a larger attack surface? It's more than just the fact that there's an ever-growing attack surface. During the 2020 outbreak and subsequent 2021, we ended up dealing with an unprecedented number of remote work solutions being installed. We weren't really, we were basically just trying to get by with what we could do, given the fact that folks couldn't come into work, exposing things to the internet, with risk that we didn't really know, right? Some of us were prepared with VPNs. Some of us had to pull up VPNs out from nowhere so that we could get remote work happening. A lot more was exposed to the internet in 2020 and 2021. And I think we're going to see as we go on today that this is one of the biggest factors as to why the 0 day count has exploded so high. It's very interesting.
And I just kind of thinking on this, in a lot of ways, this is kind of a very vicious cycle. Part of the big explosion we saw in 2021, a lot of services moving to the cloud or moving, through some sort of managed service provider that then uses a cloud. The more popular that is kind of is a baseline, the more people there are that are going to be interested in trying to make some money off of that. So the more things that move to the cloud, the more people are like, oh, maybe I can break into that, get some ransomware, and get a little payday from that. And it just kind of as more things go to the cloud, more people start targeting the cloud. So and that really is a trend that is probably just going to continue.
Yeah. And we saw this burst with COVID, but it is going to just get bigger. Yeah. Probably not at the same rate.
Right.
But increased third-party brokers, more third-party brokers taking advantage of increased demand for 0 days. We also have seen more supply chain attacks too, and supply chain attacks, and we're going to talk about that too. But that affects everyone because supply chain, we're going to be interconnecting organizations, contractors, subcontractors, and we'll get into the Move It vulnerability a little bit later. But all of these things are contributing to this issue.